Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in America and created a turning point in the civil rights for black people. In the 1940s, professional baseball and many other sports had been racially segregated for years. In the South, segregation was very common. Black and white people were separated from going to the same schools and drinking from the same water fountains. Black people and white people could not play sports together. While many people in the MLB tried to end segregation, no one was able to succeed. Jackie Robinson said, "I know that I am a black man in a white robe. I know that I never had it made." Jackie Robinson was born the youngest of 5 children in Cairo, Georgia, on January 19, 1919. Jackie Robinson was great at 4 sports, which were football, basketball, baseball, and track. He later moved on to Asaneta Junior College when he set a national junior college record in the long jump of 25 feet 6 inches, .5, which led him to accepting an athletic scholarship to UCLA. There, he became the first black athlete to earn varsity letters in 4 sports. Jackie left UCLA in 1941 hoping he would find a job to support his movement. A few months later, Pearl Harbor was bombed and Jackie was enlisted in the U.S. Army. He was later discharged from the Army in 1944. This is because Jackie wouldn't move to the back of the bus to let the white soldiers sit. He was arrested and dishonorably discharged by a biased court. Later on, Jackie played professional baseball for the first time in 1945 with the Kansas City Monarchs in the Negro League. In August, Jackie met with the Brooklyn Dodgers owner, Branch Rickey, who had been looking out for a black man to be the first one in the major leagues. Robinson stood out to Branch Rickey because he had been dominating the Negro League. He had a .378 battering average and had 63 hits. He signed a minor league contract with the Dodgers farm team, the Montreal Mariners, to join the white professional baseball league. The season after, Jackie was promoted to the Brooklyn Dodgers. When Jackie had first started out, nobody wanted him there. His teammates were rude to him, and all the fans booed him when he came up to bat. The fans threw their food at him and called him names. Some people even wrote letters to him saying they would kill his family and that he shouldn't show up to the next game. Jackie had to pay attention to what he was working towards and keep that in his head so he didn't lash out. In Jackie Robinson's first season, he had a .246 battering average and was chosen to be the Rookie of the Year. He was even voted for the most valuable player and led the Dodgers into the World Series. Jackie Robinson had a 10-year-long career in the major leagues. Jackie's teammates grew to realize how valuable of a player he was to their team. The fans also had this realization and stopped their horrible behavior and started to appreciate him. Jackie changed the way baseball was played. He was aggressive on the bases and was confident when running. That is what made him such a great player. He made an appearance in 6 All-Star games and 6 World Series with the Dodgers, and was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962.
Jackie also influenced the world outside of baseball. After Jackie retired, he established a bank called the Freedom National Bank of Harlem to help black people that didn't have enough money or couldn't make enough money to support their families. Jackie also helped fight for integrated education, voting rights, and housing justices for black people. Jackie worked with the NAACP and joined Philip Randolph in leading a student march. Philip Randolph was an American laborer, unionist, and a civil rights activist. In 1925, he organized and led the march that was used to draw attention to each candidate's record and civil rights issues. Jackie also started a housing development and built 200 units throughout New York City. Jackie inspired some black athletes to play in the MLB, such as Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. Currently in the MLB, there are over 450 black players. Jackie wrote to many people such as Dwight Eisenhower, Richard Nixon, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Nelson Rockefeller to advocate for the civil rights and the end of racism. For example, Jackie spoke with Richard Nixon, the president at the time, about pushing the civil rights movement. Jackie said in one of his letters, "All over the world, freedom is the cry of oppressed people. How long can one expect the American Negro to be patient? If one really believes the principles of our democracy and in our Constitution, a strong statement can only better qualify him for the position of leadership." Jackie also helped South Africa play in the Olympics. They weren't going to be able to play in the Olympics because the Board of Olympics had a racist point of view. Jackie also talked with young kids about how he became a bass player and how he had to overcome all the hate. Jackie gave money to the Negro League so they wouldn't shut down. They were able to have playoffs and a World Series. Jackie helped promote black people to be in government. He supported all the black leaders that went into government. Jackie Robinson had a great impact on the world, first in his community, then in sports like baseball and football, and later on in his own country. He broke the color line and inspired the world to show that African Americans were just as good as any other race at anything. Jackie Robinson died young in 1972 at 52 years of age. He inspired many athletes of all races and cultures and will not be forgotten.
I have been moved by the cause that brings so many of you out day in and day out, putting your lives on the line so that America can be free.
When we think about this picture, it just sickens me. This big brave policeman down here with his knee on the throat of this lady. And I think the conscience of America is beginning to awaken.
There's not an American in this country free until every one of us are free. I think that it's a tragedy that white Americans can take the attitude denying people opportunities based simply on skin coloring.
Until people in positions of power here in Washington are willing to stand up and be counted, the very same way that leadership saved baseball back in '47. Because had it not been for the firmness of a Rickey, we could have had serious trouble in 1947.
Now, people have been saying that, yes, but Jackie Robinson, of all people here in this country, you have less right to protest against what's going on than anybody that I know of. They said, Jackie Robinson, you have it made, and you ought not to be a part of this movement. And I say to you that whether you like it or not, and whether you think that we ought to participate, that there is not one Negro, not one that I know in this country, that has it made until the most underprivileged Negro in St. Augustine, Florida has it made. Talk to our friends. Let everybody know that we really are at the crossroads. They can no longer sit on the fence. They've got to get off of it and join the struggle if we are to achieve equality and freedom in our time.